So shit up. Hi.
Hello, Doctor.
Hi. So this is like the 5th time I have recorded this video. I am currently sorting out this ring light. Let's get this started. Welcome. If you don't know who I am, I haven't introduced myself. Of course I haven't. This is my first video. Anyways, I'm Troy. You can call me Dada, for short for Dadaism. That's my Instagram handle, YouTube handle. I don't know where I'm posting this. We'll see. But yeah, I decided I wanted to film a video. I have all the equipment. I have a ring light, I have a camera, and I have a mic. So that means I can share my opinions with the world. And I wanted to talk about simpage.
Simpage! The act of simping over someone, either fictional or real. Coined by this right here.
So, simpage is kind of like, I don't know if the other people say it, but it's a term that I say. And I realized that simping has become worse as the pandemic has gotten worse. It's usually around women who are into anime. And I noticed that a lot of us have developed numerous crushes over this pandemic, including me. If you can take a look. Over there, next to that laundry that's been sitting there for the past like couple of days, ready to wash. That is a growing wall of all of the people that I have crushes on. So that includes Atsushi Sakurai from Bucktick, Peter Steele from Typo Negative, Hawks. I had a Hawks phase. I don't want to take on the pictures though, because that's too much work. So he's just staying up there. And then there's Kurt Cobain. Yeah. I like downloaded those pictures and brought them over to CVS and printed them out. Besides the Kurt Cobain stuff, I already had that in a magazine. But I printed those out at a CVS. Was I embarrassed? 100%. But it's all worth it for this. Anyways, simping has gotten worse over the pandemic. Incredibly bad, especially for me. For someone who has never been in a relationship, it hurts. So simping hurts for me because I create all these like adorable headcanons in my head. I'm like, oh, imagine this. Imagine if this character was like this. And then it breaks my heart. I'm like, they don't exist. What are you doing? What are you doing?
What the fuck is we doing?
So, yeah. So, simping has just got incredibly worse for me. And I just wanted to talk about it. I wanted to talk about how it started and where it's going, because it's getting worse. I got a problem.
It's the end of the world, baby, so let's have fun. And let's be sensitized to where the problems come from.
Let's begin at early quarantine, shall we? So I was doom scrolling on Netflix. I had nothing else to watch. I basically watched everything. I just finished Legend of Korra, all 4 seasons. And I'm like, I want to watch something else. I need to find something else to watch. And so I was scrolling and I found Oran High School Host Club.
Kiss for love.
And Oran High School Host Club was one of the first animes that I ever watched. I say one of the first because I consider One Piece to be the first anime that I watched. Funny story. So, it was me, my mom, and my grandma. We were coming back home from New Orleans. We were driving back home and we got a Motel 6. And so I wanted to watch cartoons, little preschool 6-year-old me. So I was going to the TV. There was no cable. And they had the 4 kids dub of One Piece on there.
And what would a captain be without his lucky hat? So why don't you try stretching your noggin around this one?
Who gave Luffy his lucky straw hat? Was it Usopp, Shanks, or Sonic?
And I watched it. Do I remember anything that went on in there? No. But now, like, I realized, oh yeah, that was One Piece. So I guess that's the first anime that I watched. So anyways, back to what I was saying. So Orange High School Host Club was up on there. So I was like, oh, I remember this. I don't know why I stopped watching anime. You do know why you stopped watching anime. It's because you got bullied and you just wanted to assimilate to the people at your school. So you stopped watching. That's why. That's why you stopped watching. Anyways, I decided, okay, I'm gonna watch Orange High School Host Club for like nostalgia reasons. Then it all went downhill. I finished that within 2 days. Then I decided I want to watch more of this. Then I watched My Hero Academia. That's where the Hawks phase came in. I also had a Dobby phase. That was fun. I had a very short-lived Shiggy phase. Not proud of that one. That boy is drier than Popeye's biscuits. I swear, if I feel like if you would touch him, it just like skin flakes just. I'm not proud of that crush. I'm really not. I don't get it, but that's the problem. I'm over here simping over characters I shouldn't be simping over, and it's a problem that I've developed thanks to COVID. So I didn't have COVID. I'm not saying that simping is like a thing that you get after COVID, but due to the pandemic, that's what I'm saying. Due to the pandemic, I have developed a serious simping problem. So let's get started on the people who I've developed questionable crushes on. And we're going to start with Shuggy. So Shuggy, his skin looks like it's made out of fruit roll-up covered in foundation. And if you just kind of peel back at it, there'll just be multiple layers. Just multiple layers under. It looks so dry. It's just like flakes. Like just, ugh. And his voice isn't hot, but for some reason I'm like, I'm into that. And now looking back months later, I'm like, why were you into that? And so, yeah, that was questionable. Let me move on to Hannibal. So I had a crush on Hannibal, specifically because of Mads Mikkelsen. I hope I'm not butchering his name.
Mads Mikkelsen.
But this man is possibly as old as my father. Doesn't he have grandkids? I think he has grandkids. Anyways, yeah, so it wasn't it's not the age thing, no. It's the fact that he played a murderer, and I'm like, okay, that's hot. He was over here cooking up people. He was cooking people, and I thought, okay, that's attractive. At that moment, I'm like, okay, maybe I do have a problem.
I'm not gonna get up here and bash her like everybody else, but she need a lot of psychological evaluations because.
And then also there was Hugh Dancy. I had a crush on Hugh Dancy, but that kind of backtracks all the way to when I was 6 years old, and I watched Ella Enchanted for the first time. Like, that movie, cinematic masterpiece. But back to the point. Then we also have Attack on Titan. Now, season 4, all the men in season 4 just look immaculate. Thank you, Mappa. Mappa Studio is doing their thing. And shame on the negative, fanboys who are saying that Mappa is doing a terrible job. No, they're not. You're just upset that the story is progressing in a way that you don't want it to progress and that the art looks absolutely amazing. No shade to Wit Studio. Wit Studio did their thing for the past 3 seasons, but Mappa is doing an immaculate job. Absolutely amazing. Anyways, so I have developed crushes on multiple characters from Attack on Titan. So we got Erwin, of course. There's no questions that raised there. Levi, 100%. Everybody has a crush on him. I don't care if he's 5'4" or 5'2". I don't remember his height. I just know that he's short. He's still taller than me. I'm 5'1". Then we have Eren. Now, season 4 Eren. I'm specifically talking about when he shaved off the beard and showered. In the first couple of episodes of season 4, he looked like he had this deep crust of just doo-doo all up in his crack, and just like his butt cheeks were molded together. Like, he looked like he stunk and just didn't bathe. Like, he looked absolutely disgusting. But in recent episodes, when he showered, hit different. I'm telling you, sometimes these guys just need to take a shower and they're a whole new man. Anyways, next guy. So we have Zeke. Zeke, he kind of looks like he would hate crime me. He does. The beard says Trump 2020 in my opinion. He kind of gives me those vibes. But for some reason, I find him very attractive. Maybe it's a smoking thing. Maybe like I don't know. He looks like a lumberjack. I don't. Next we have Reiner. I'm just gonna let the silence speak for itself because there's so many things I just want to say about this man that Reiner is absolutely scrumdiddlyumptious. Does he have depression? Yes. Does he want to kill himself? Does he want to die? Yes, 100%. But for some reason, like, this man hit different. This man hit different 100%. I don't know if it's the beard. I don't know if it's the hair, the chiseled chin. I don't know what it is. But for some reason, I like him a lot. A lot. I like him a lot. Moving on. Armin, John, I'm grouping them together. Absolutely adorable. Especially John glowed up. I mean, does he still look like he smells like Axe body spray in BO? Yes. Armin always looked like he smelled like flowers. Let's be honest. He always looked like he smelled good. Then we have Armin, who just looks completely soft. Like he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to harm people. But something about him in this recent season with the bowl cut. Yes. Just yes. Moving on. So we're going to talk about Castlevania. Now, this is one of the shows that really skyrocketed in my whole, like, just full-on simpage. Like, this is when I started reading more fan fiction. This is when I got back into visual novels, where I was like, okay, I need more fictional men in my life. So we're going to start with the guy who started it all, Alucard, Adrian Tepish. My baby, my... Just a moment of silence for what happened to him in season 3. You're my baby. If you haven't watched the show, go watch it, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But he deserves better. He never did anything wrong. He hasn't done anything wrong. But for some reason, life just hates him. And I'm really disappointed by that. And he's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. That long blonde hair, the gigantic titties. Gigantic. His boobs are bigger than mine. The height, the long legs, everything about him. I just love the voice. I love a good voice acting moment. And because sometimes voice acting can make or break a series, and like voice acting in Castlevania is absolutely amazing. Moving on, then we have Trevor. Now, Trevor, he canonically smells like piss, beer, vomit, and blood. But you know what? Nose plugs exist for a reason. Like, I don't mind wearing a nose plug for the rest of my life. I don't need to smell. Like, I don't need to smell. It's fine. Moving on. Then we have Hector and Isaac. I'm grouping them together because they were together in season 2. Yeah, season 2. So Isaac hates the world, and I'm into that. Same mood. For the most of 2020, I'm like, I hate the world. Also, he's just uber attractive. Something that about characters hell-bent on will domination, I don't know why, but I find that attractive. Then we have Hector. Now Hector, he isn't that bright. I like himbos, but he is less of a himbo and more just stupid. Cause he was over here busting it down for Lenore just because she gave him some food, water, and a place to sleep, and he's like, I can trust her. No, she's the enemy. And then he got mad when she slipped a slave ring on him, and he was like, how dare you do this to me? Like, girl, you did this to yourself. Don't get mad. She played you. She did a good job at it too. Moving on, we're gonna talk about the boys. I don't have many crushes in the boys, but for some reason, I forgot the guy's name. The fish guy, I'll put his name like at the bottom. The fish guy and Homelander. These two are terrible people, absolutely horrendous people. But I can't explain it. I don't, especially with Homelander. I have a thing for villains. I had a thing for villains when I rewatched Legend of Korra because I developed a crush on Torlok and Iman. I also have a thing for slashers. I developed a crush on the guy from Halloween. Something about tall guys and masks. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Thanks to COVID-19, thanks to this pandemic, my, like, sometimes I sit back and like just think to myself, like, why did you find that attractive, Troy? Why? What was the reason? Because Homelander's over his second titties. Like, I was kind of creeped out by that. There's some moments where like the crush would stop. I think it's mostly find the actor attractive, not really the character. But yeah. Moving on. That's all I can actually really think of, actually. It ain't over, bitch. I'm recording this audio like a month after I did the basic editing and recorded this video. In between that span of time, I had a mental breakdown, and I don't remember what else happened because I can't remember a lot of stuff. I'm losing my memory, which is great. Anyways, here are my crushes, at least a good amount of them. Cloud Strife, Reno, Sephiroth, Zack Fair, Benimaru, Tano, Vincent St. Clair, Ghostface, Namjoon, Rude, Ira the Second, the nephew, not the uncle. There's a difference. There is a difference. The Trickster, Shaggy, almost all of the male characters from Dragon's Age Inquisition, Brendan Fraser, specifically when he was in George of the Jungle and The Mummy, Brahms, Julian Deverock, Lucio, Muriel, almost all of the male JoJo characters, Yelena, Hanji, Levi, Gojo, Nanami, Niccolo, J-Hope, Red Hood, Dick Grayson, Beast Boy, specifically in the comics, and almost every young girl had a crush on this dude, Danny Phantom. Alright, back to the video. So that's all I can really think of for this video. I just kind of rambled. I had a script too. I had a script already set up and ready to go, but sometimes I get kind of like nervous in my own writing. I'm like, people won't like that. I don't like that. So I'm just gonna ramble. So I just rambled from the top of my head. Hopefully this turns out well. Hopefully you guys like it and you found me funny. Also, I'm sorry if I'm awkward in front of the camera. It's my first video. Anyways, I'm gonna go wallow in my sadness about this pandemic still not being over, and possibly like read some fan fiction and play the rest of Muriel's route in the Arcana. So have yourself a nice night, have yourself a nice day, nice afternoon, I don't know. Just live a nice life. Keep breathing. All right, bye.